Have you ever wondered if a company you used to work for, one that maybe closed its doors years ago, is just quietly sitting on your forgotten finances? Well, today we're going to treat you like a financial detective, and we're going on a hunt to secure your future. To really grasp the sheer massive scale of this problem, just take a look at this number: $222 million. That is the staggering amount of money sitting unclaimed in literally just one provincial registry right now, BC Unclaimed, up in British Columbia, Canada. And that is just one single region. Globally, we're talking billions of dollars in lost pension funds, just waiting for their rightful owners to come knocking. So, welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this. Our mission today is to completely demystify the process of tracking down those lost pensions. Whether you're a total beginner to financial planning or you already know your way around retirement funds, we're going to give you the exact tools you need to reclaim what is rightfully yours. Here is your investigation roadmap for today. 1. The missing pension mystery. 2. Gathering your initial clues. 3. Searching official national resources. 4. Navigating rights and experts. 5. Success stories and tips. And 6. Final debrief. Section 1. The missing pension mystery. How do retirement funds disappear? Let's round up the usual suspects. When a company merges, goes bankrupt, or restructures, its pension scheme might get renamed or closed entirely, which makes it incredibly hard to locate. But hey, it's not just corporate chaos. Simply changing jobs and leaving behind a bunch of unconsolidated pension pots, or even a basic administrative error, can completely sever your connection to your money. Even something as totally normal as moving overseas or changing your name after getting married can cause an account to just slip right through the cracks over the decades. In the financial world, this actually leads to a very specific status. You become what administrators call a missing participant. Basically, this happens when you reach retirement age, and the money is literally just sitting there waiting for you, but your former employer simply cannot find you to pay out your earned benefits. The connection is entirely severed. Section 2. Gathering your initial clues. Reconstructing your work history. Reclaiming those lost assets really begins with establishing a crystal clear record of your employment. In the U.S., for instance, you or a surviving relative can request a complete earnings history using Form SSA 7050 from the Social Security Administration. This lists your employers and wages year by year. You'll also want to gather up old W-2s, tax returns, and payslips to find those employer identification numbers, or EINs. And finally, don't underestimate the power of human connection here. Reach out to former HR departments, old colleagues, or your local union office to ask where the pension plan might have ended up. And here is a real hands-on detective tip for you. Check the attic. Seriously, it sounds incredibly old school, but physical keepsakes like union cards, old resumes, or even service award plaques often hold the key to remembering an old employer's exact legal name. And having that exact name is absolutely critical when you're dealing with a company that might have closed its doors 20 years ago. Section 3. Searching official national resources. Navigating the precinct databases. Now, before searching, it is absolutely crucial to understand the difference between these two main plan types. A defined benefit, or DB plan, promises a guaranteed monthly payout based on a specific formula. On the flip side, a defined contribution, or DC plan, is an account balance that you and your employer pay into. Think of something like a 401k. You have got to know which one you have, because completely different government agencies handle them when a company goes out of business. And honestly, your plan type dictates exactly who you need to contact. Globally, there are major resources to ensure you don't get lost in a confusing alphabet soup of acronyms. In the U.S., the PBGC handles those defined benefit plans when a company fails, while EBSA handles the 401ks. Over in the UK, the government runs a fantastic, totally free pension tracing service with a directory of over 200,000 schemes. Canada relies heavily on provincial regulators like BC Unclaimed or OSFI for federal plans. And down in Australia, the AFSA bankruptcy register lets you search the National Personal Insolvency Index. So basically, your location dictates your database. If you're in the U.S., I really want to highlight the Form 5500 search. Employers are legally required to file this financial report every single year. You can search the Department of Labor's eFAST2 database to track down a plan sponsor or administrator's current contact info, even if the original company changed hands. It's an absolutely incredible investigative tool. Section 4, Navigating Rights and Experts, Understanding Legal Frameworks, and Calling for Backup. Now, if you find out your former company went totally bankrupt, Don't panic. There are really strong legal frameworks designed specifically to protect you. In the U.S., ERISA governs private plans, and the PBGC acts as a federal safety net, often stepping in and paying out guaranteed benefits themselves if a company goes under. The UK has a similar statutory safety net called the Pension Protection Fund, or PPF, for employer insolvency events. And as a general rule, uncashed checks eventually revert to state or provincial unclaimed property offices. Long story short, your money is protected by law.
But what happens if you hit a wall and get stuck? Remember that free, federally funded assistance does exist, like the U.S. Pension Counseling and Information Program, which offers free legal and counseling aid across many states. And for highly complex cases, especially if you're trying to claim a pension on behalf of a deceased relative, bringing in a reputable financial or legal advisor can be a total game changer.
Section 5. Success stories and tips. Closing the case. It is so easy to get bogged down in all the bureaucracy. But just listen to this from a verified claimant named Darwin, who worked with BC Unclaimed. He said, "A great service. Wow, is all I can say. Thank you so much for reuniting me with my property funds. This real-world proof really shows that putting in the detective work actually pays off in real life. Everyday people are reclaiming their forgotten futures." To ensure you're the next big success story, definitely follow these actionable tips. First, maintain digital files. Go ahead and scan and safely store those old W-2s, T-4s, and IDs so they don't degrade over time. Second, check these databases regularly. They update their records all the time, so a no today might literally be a yes next quarter. Finally, if you're handling an estate for a deceased relative, you've got to act quickly. Interest on these accounts often does not accrue while they're sitting unclaimed, and you'll need to gather estate documents like death certificates early on to prevent any annoying administrative delays. Section 6. Final debrief. Case closed. Before we wrap this up, just a quick reminder. The information in this explainer is intended to be helpful, but does not constitute professional, financial, or legal advice. Please consult with a qualified professional regarding your specific situation. So remember to gather your old records, identify your specific plan type, search those national databases, and definitely don't be afraid to call in professional backup if you need it. That leaves us with one final, very important question for you. What clues will you follow today to secure your forgotten future? The money might literally be out there waiting for you right now. It's time to start your own financial treasure hunt. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy sleuthing.